Alright, so as promised, I'm going to answer some of the questions you guys left for me in celebration of hitting 4K on Instagram. So yay, thanks for everything. Sorry this is kind of a little late. I was sick for a few days and I've just now gotten over it. So yeah, that's that. But let's cut the bullshit and just go on to the questions, shall we? Okay, so first question is, were you hatched? Yes, I was hatched, which is why I feel very passionately about the hatched headcanon. No, I wasn't hatched. Second question is, how's your art journey been? Are you enjoying yourself and are you happy with where you are? Art as a career and as a hobby, just as something that you value, to me is pretty harsh, I guess. It's not the most rewarding of fields, and I have times where I'm really unsatisfied with myself and where I'm going or how fast I'm improving, but right now I'm in an okay phase, I guess. So while it's been a very hard journey, I wouldn't change it for the world, and it's, it's a uphill climb, but it's worth it. So yeah, I guess I'm somewhat happy. Who inspired you to take art seriously? I don't really know if anyone actually inspired me to take art seriously. I have one memories of being in primary school, so around I think I must have been something like 9 or 10, and a classmate just made a comment about how I was really good at drawing for someone my age, and I thought, oh, maybe I could do this. So it's very silly, but that's something that stands out to me. Question number 4. Will you marry me? Maybe, I don't know, hit me up. You never know. Okay, question number 5. What do you do in your free time besides draw and make comics? Well, I try to hang out with my friends, even though work is pretty busy, so I don't always have time. But that aside, one of my big passions in life is learning about the world, so I love to learn new languages and cultures and meet people, because I'm a huge extrovert. So yeah, I guess what I do in my free time is mostly try to learn new things, mostly languages, and just, hang out, have fun, do things. Okay, question number 6. When did you first start drawing? I think I've always drawn, as a kid. It's always something that I've enjoyed, but doing it seriously, I guess, or regularly, probably around 10, 11, is when it became really my main hobby, I would say. Question number 7. Which Voltron character do you like to draw the most? That's a harsh one, isn't it? That's a bit hard. I guess probably Crowlia, but she's a pretty recent character, so from the original team, the one that I enjoyed drawing the most for some reason is Allura, but I don't get to draw her as much as I wish. But yeah, mostly Crowlia and Allura are my favorite Voltron characters to draw. Question number 8. What is your drawing kink? What do you enjoy drawing the most? Midriffs. Everything from lower torso, belly button, and the V shape around the hips is my absolute favorite thing to draw. Doesn't matter, man, women, thing. It's my favorite part of drawing. I just like how the shapes flow together, and it's very satisfying to me, so I guess that's kind of my kink. Question number 9 is, what inspired you to start drawing? I was an only kid. I didn't have friends until I was 12 and 13, so I didn't have much to do, and drawing was a way to express myself without having to speak and be rejected, because that's something that would happen a lot. I was a weird kid, yeah. So I guess loneliness inspired me to start drawing. Question number 10. Do you like drawing butts? Yes, I do. Question number 11 is, what is your favorite cereal? I like the regular cornflakes with the little chocolate shavings in them. Those are my favorites. I usually like eat the cornflakes and wait to have like a bowl full of milk and just chocolate shavings at the bottom. Yeah, so these are my favorite. Any brand goes, just that kind is my favorite type of cereal. Question number 12 is, if you could have 2 superpowers, what would they be and why? So the first one that I absolutely want is teleportation, because I have so many people that I love that live in different parts of the country or overseas and that I rarely get to see, and if I could teleport, it would just make my life 1,000 times better. So that's the one that I absolutely want. And the second superpower that I would wish to have would be probably self-regeneration, because since I draw all the time, I usually get my wrist injured, and it would be really nice to be able to just heal it in like 5 seconds and never have to worry about it. And I'm also anemic, so it would be nice to just be able to fix those little health problems, you know. And that's, yeah, those are the 2 superpowers I wish I could have. Question number 13 is, what got you into Voltron? I actually barely knew of the 80s Voltron, so I had no idea there was a remake that was happening, and a friend from art school told me about it, and she was really into it, so I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And yeah, that's how I got into Voltron. A friend got me into Voltron. Question number 14 is, can you sing us a song in Insta Stories? Yeah, sure, I will. Just, you know, be on the lookout for that. I'm not that great of a singer, but I'll do it. Question number 15 is, what are you hoping to see in Season 6? More Keith and Crowley interaction. Yeah, like I need something to happen. I need them to talk things out. You can't just, you know, leave this. That aside, give me a clans reunion. Like, I need them to be in the same room again. I'm dying here, yeah? What else? I guess I'm mostly interested to see how Lothar is going to deal with, you know, the dilemma between Hagar, which is his biological mother, even if he's in denial about it, and the relationship that he's built with Allura in last season. I think that's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to more of those dilemmas, I guess. I want to see where this goes. So those are kind of my hopes for Season 6, I guess. Question number 16 is, what inspires you to draw? Music. A lot of my inspiration comes from song lyrics, and that aside, I guess clouds. I look at the sky a lot, and the shapes, and just how the weather kind of dictates the colors and stuff, and it's something that I've always felt very inspired by, but the overwhelming majority of the time it's music. Question 17, how long does a very detailed drawing takes you? Well, if you're talking about one of those photo studies paintings that I do once a month, they take anywhere from half a day to an entire day of work. So I guess anywhere between 6 to maybe 14 hours of work. It really depends on how complex the picture is, like the original one. But it doesn't take as long as people would think it does, because you have everything on the picture. You don't have to think about much. You just have to copy what you see and maybe make a few changes if you want to give it a slightly different feel. But it's not as hard as making a picture yourself and having to think about how's the light source gonna work, how is, you know, what type of color palette should I go with. Those are much harder to do on your own than to have just a picture dictated. So yeah. And aside from paintings, a full colored comic page like I do for my OC stuff takes me maybe a day to a day and a half. Yeah. And then the Voltron comic strips that I do usually take me 3 hours, 4 maybe at most, from scratch, I guess. And the final question is, question 18, favorite character you've ever made and why? Listen, I cannot pick between characters that I've made. They're all very, very dear to me, especially the ones in my current webcomic, because I've made them all with like a flaw, like a character flaw or a trauma that they're supposed to overcome, and they're all based on stuff that I've gone through, not 100%, like they're not all me, but at the same time they are, kinda. So it would be like trying to choose a favorite part of myself, and I can't do this. So I don't really have a favorite character. Yeah, I just love them all. They're my babies. Alright, well, I guess this wraps it up for this time. Thank you for sticking around. And yeah, I hope you were happy with the answers that I gave. As usual, you can find all of my links down below. If you want to read my webcomic, buy some merch on Redbubble, just follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, what have you. It's down there. Thank you for watching and have a nice day! Hi, so as promised, I'm going to answer some, I'm going to nothing because I'm stupid. Okay. Damn. Translation, slide. Because who likes a transition? Well, I do. La 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 da 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 da.